A life well lived. Yesterday I was riding on the car and coming to my wife's hometown, and it's about 3 hours, so have a bit of time to think. And you know, when you have a lot of time to think, you start to question things. Like through this entire ordeal, um, in the beginning when I didn't have much time left, or I thought I didn't have much time left, everything was crystal clear. Just focus on family and focus on survival, whatever, right? Then, when I have more time to think, then other things start to creep in. I start to question things like, you know, um, should I travel more, or should I have traveled more, or spent more time doing fun things? Um, if I can't take it with me, then why should I care about anything at all? Is everything just kind of like a distraction? Because if at the end there isn't anything, then why does anything matter? Um, and um, how do I maximize the time left? So really thinking about it, just trying to think of how to think about it really, and came up with a few principles that I think I want to live by in the future. Um, One of them is be intentional. Uh, have a set of values that you believe in, and basically align what you do with those values. For me, those things are faith, health, family, and service. Everything really should be able to be connected back to my values, and if not, I should challenge it. Guide against comparison. Guard against comparison, because don't let measuring yourself against others or the jealousy that may come from it rob you of your peace. And then finding joy in your sphere of impact, because you should focus on the difference that you can make within your control. Sometimes the outcomes you don't have a lot of control over, so focus on driving impact. And what that looks like is just doing things according to your values. Not everything will be visible to you or the world in the way that you drive impact for the world, but you should find comfort that you're doing things according to what you believe in. And that's really kind of what I was thinking about today. Like, what is a life well lived? Is it achieving a mansion, or is it becoming a CEO, or is it doing something that is extraordinary? And does that mean that your life was well lived at that point? And when I think about it, a lot of those things that get you there aren't within your control. A lot of things have to, or a lot of stars have to align, and there's a lot of luck involved with achieving great heights. And as many people that do it, there's countless people that fail. So, what is truly a life well lived? And you know, not thinking about comparing yourself against the other people, and thinking about what really matters. And this was kind of like the how I distilled how I should potentially think about how to live the rest of my life. And it's really just those three things. Just be intentional each day about living my life according to my values. Don't compare, or at least not in a way that robs me of my joy or peace. And find joy in the impact that I'm able to do in my sphere of influence. Because not everybody will, be president, or, be the pastor of a mega church or whatever. but in your life and what you're able to influence each day to live intentionally and impact what you can on a daily basis. And that's really kind of what it boils down to, where I was just thinking about what truly is a life well lived. And it's not the outcomes that matter, it's the intent and the impact that you drive on a daily basis. Although, you want to learn and grow and optimize, but not everybody will, live an extraordinary life when compared to the rest of the world, right? So I'm not saying that you won't, but that shouldn't be the goal. The goal should be to live with intent and to impact as much as you can, but to not let the outcome rob you of your joy or peace. Yeah, so that's basically how I think about it. So yeah, still fighting every day. Thank you very much for your comments and words of encouragement. We'll talk to you later. Bye.